Hey everybody, welcome back to PC 911 Computer Repair. Today I want to talk to you about Linux. Linux is an operating system like Windows, like the Mac operating system or the Apple operating system. It's one of the top 3 operating systems out on the market for computers. We're not talking about tablets, we're not talking about cell phones. It's very stable. As a matter of fact, more than half of the internet servers run on Linux. The most popular version of Linux is called Android. Very highly used. That's just a version of Linux that runs on phones. So Linux is this base operating system, and from there people build on top of it and make different versions. There's over 100 versions of Linux. The primary one that we recommend here, or that we install here, is called Ubuntu. Funny name, great product. One of the reasons I highly recommend it is that it's virtually virus proof. I know some people are going to say, no, you can't say that. Sure, I can say that. I haven't had a virus on one of those. It's very, very difficult. Number one, because there's no viruses made for it. And number two, it's just a different structure. So it's a more difficult, and the community around it really stays on top of it. Any vulnerabilities that arise, they get resolved right away. So on the Linux operating systems, we do several things. If you have a Windows computer already, we can install Linux on your computer, whether it be Vista, XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, what have you. We also sell new and used computers with Linux on them as well. How we recommend and we do the installation is we do what's called a dual boot. You have 2 operating systems. If you bring in a computer with Windows 7, we will leave your Windows 7 and add the Linux version. You'll have 2 systems completely. What I recommend is to just use your Windows for the programs that require Windows, maybe a QuickBooks, maybe an iTunes Sync, something like that. But when you're going to use the internet, you do not need Windows at all for the internet. As a matter of fact, it's the worst operating system that you can use on the internet, because every virus on the planet is looking for a Windows computer to infect. So the scenario on these dual boot operating systems is Windows for Windows proprietary software, but internet would be through the Linux. They come with 2 browsers already installed: Chrome, the best browser at the moment, and Firefox. There's other browsers you can add, but those are the 2 that I recommend, just because they're so popular. You're probably already familiar with them. So once you open up your Linux desktop and you click on Chrome, there's really no difference in your experience than any other computer, other than no viruses, no pop-ups, click any link, open any email. You do not have to worry about that anymore. Everybody that I've installed a Linux system on, I'll follow up with them 6 months later, and I'll ask them, they're happy with it, and I'll ask them, what's the percentage of use on Windows and on Linux? And they wind up most of the time telling me they haven't used Windows in months, because the average person is using mostly internet. 70-80% of their experience on the computer is all internet based. So it's a great operating system to just really enjoy the web like it should be. You should not have to go on the web and be so concerned about anywhere you click, anything you open, emails, locking up your computer, infecting your computer, all those crazy things. So we're one of the few computer repair shops in Miami doing Linux installations. It's a very specialty item, and especially with the dual boot operating system. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, enjoying the web again, come visit us at PC 911.